Hey, this is Ben from Small Town Mentality Podcast, and you're listening to Sack 'em Up Sundays, the show that talks about anything, everything, and nothing, brought to you by Brandon and Dipsy D. Check out all the rest of the shows on the network, including mine, at DramaCityProductions.com.
That's all you can do is just fuck it.
That's the quote of the day right there. It's just all you can do is fuck it. Totally take that out of context. It's perfect.
Oh yeah, the context is great.
Yeah. Well, shit. Let me start things off by asking you a little bit of a dark question here.
Okay, shoot me.
Is it terribly wrong of me to like just? I'm not saying I want to do it, but I just wish, like, you know, if I wished upon a star, like like Beyonce would get hit by a bus. Is it wrong for me to feel that way?
At this point, I don't think it would be that bad because she's in the news for all the wrong reasons. It seems like these days, like Destiny's Child was kick-ass, but
you don't want no scrubs, do you?
Oh fuck no, I don't want no scrub. But
no, they were TLC, weren't they?
Oh yeah, I think that was TLC. I don't want no scrub yet.
Hey man, they're all the same, dude. You could have said the Backstreet Boys, and I would have been like, yeah, you're right. You know, she was a pretty good Backstreet Boy.
No shit. I think she's about like passing it to the left or whatever that means. But I wouldn't cry. I don't think I would.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like I'm just tired of the fucking the insane following she has. Like people treat this woman like she's the fucking second coming or something.
And I agree with you 100%. And I look at like that kind of with like Oprah. They're famous for nothing. It's strange. I mean, Beyonce maybe more since she's like a singer and stuff, and she does have a good voice.
Yeah,
but
there's some talent there. I'll give you that. But she's got a fucking god complex.
Oh yeah, she thinks she's better than everybody. It's kind of like the Oprah thing. Like Oprah just, I don't know. Yeah, kind of like that.
Well, like same goes with like Kim Kardashian and shit. Like I can't wait. Oh. I really can't wait for that kid to become older, and then for him to discover that his mom got famous by Ray J blowing a fucking load all over her face. Like the conversation that's gonna follow after that one. I kind of wish I was a fly on the wall for it.
Fucking 100%. I'd say the Kardashians are even worse than like Beyonce and Oprah because I don't even know why they're famous. They're just fucking famous, and it's aggravating almost. But like I would never cry a tear if like, oh, Kim died today. Meh.
Well, her. Cool. Well, I mean, I would shed tears, but it would just be from pure laughter.
No shit.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah. Yeah.
Well. Speaking of, I mean, shit, welcome to Sack 'em Up Sundays. I am your host, Brandon Fisher, and Dipsy is out again. I actually spoke with him last night. His girl was just induced into labor last night, so he's having the baby now. He might already be born, but he's gonna be taking some time off. So I'm gonna be filling the spots with some guests. And speaking of, we got Aaron Cole here once again from the Raw Opinion Podcast. How we doing, bud?
Doing fantastic, sir. I'm glad to be back.
Oh yeah, I mean this is your second time back on the show, so I guess that kind of makes us podcasting brothers.
I think so.
Yeah,
for sure.
So you know, I don't know if you checked your inbox there. I sent you a little attachment. It's gonna be for a sharp broken bottle piece. I need you to cut your hand there, and we can do a little blood oath somehow via Facebook Messenger. I'm sure we can just, you know, I'm rubbing my bloody hand against the screen of the phone trying to get it to work. I hope it's working for you here.
It's coming through clear here. I just got my sharpened bottle piece, and I'm going to return the favor.
Careful, man. That shit's sharp. It hurts. But shit, man. The reason I brought up fucking Beyonce, and I never want to talk about this stupid bitch, but I was I wanted to before we actually get into the meat and potatoes of what we're going to be talking about on the show. I thought we had some fun. I saw some previews on movies, and I wanted to rip on a couple things. But first, have you seen the trailer for the Lion King movie yet?
I've not seen the trailer. I've just kind of heard about the trailer through like a couple of the movie podcasts that I check out, and I don't know if I'm going to be that into it. Just like this whole turning these cartoon movies into like real animation, whatever the term for that is. It's just not exciting to me. Like, leave that shit alone. It's own great.
I'm gonna spoil it for you. You know, if you've seen the old school cartoon version of the movie, you've seen the movie trailer. This thing is essentially a shot for shot remake of the movie, to the point where they use what James Earl Jones he's got his voice back. They use all the same songs from the old fucking movie. Like it's literally looking like it's gonna be a shot for shot remake of this thing, which is like, why?
Money is the only thing I can come up with, and those, like I said, those couple podcasts I listened to review movies. That's the only conclusion they could come to, is just it's money, and it's just disrespectful. I feel like to the original cartoon. Like, that fucking thing is just fine.
Yeah,
leave it alone.
I wouldn't care if Disney went out on a limb and they. I want them to remake Song of the South. If they had the balls to remake Song of the South, that would fucking seal the deal with me on Disney. I could start buying stock with them right there. But I don't want to see fucking Dumbo. I don't want to see, like, I can go and fucking watch the cartoon of that shit and still get the same enjoyment from it. So I don't see how putting Seth Rogen and Beyonce in a fucking movie is gonna make it worth watching. I'm sorry, I just don't.
100%. And they're about to make another live, I think it's called live animation, I might be wrong, but I think it's called live animation. They're about to do that with Jungle Book for the second time.
Yeah, well, they like Mowgli or some shit. It's like a
okay.
It's like a Netflix movie. It doesn't look but I'm okay with that if they add something different or they tweak the storyline a little bit. But it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case with the fucking Lion King.
I don't think so at all. And I think the only good thing about that is us hearing like who's playing like some of the hyenas and shit, what's his name from Key and Peele?
Keegan-Michael
Keenan. Yeah. He's gonna play one of the hyenas. I think that's the only thing that interests me about that movie. I love him. But
and you know they're gonna have Seth Rogen be like what are they like the gay couple, the Puma and Timon or whatever. I mean, dude,
I can't remember which one's which.
Yeah, you totally know they're like the Ren and Stimpy of the Disney universe, where they're gay and no one wants to really talk about it, but it's like, come on.
Oh my god, could you imagine a hog, and I think one of them is a meerkat. Could you imagine that fucking going on? That would be something. That'd be something to see.
You keep talking, dude. My hand's down my pants now. Let's go.
No shit. That sounds
That's
great.
Right. Turn the lights down low. It's about to get sexy in here.
No shit. Oh my god. I just wish they would just leave it alone. Just leave these classics alone. Like, you're
leave
just
them alone,
tarnishing.
Disney. Leave them alone. So what's that fucking Chris Crocker? Leave Britney alone.
Just stop messing with it.
They
did that already with like Beauty and the Beast. They've already done that. I'm pretty sure like all the cartoons before our time,
and
they're all going to be turned into live animation.
They got Dumbo. Dumbo's coming out soon too, and they have like 2 fucking Pinocchio movies coming out for some damn reason. Although I think Guillermo del Toro is supposed to be directing one of them. So I'm kind of hoping it's like a fucking weird Shape of Water type movie where Pinocchio has to fuck Jiminy Cricket or something. Like he falls in love with them.
Interesting. If Guillermo del Toro is doing one, I might wait till that comes to Redbox to check that bitch out.
I'm right there with you, buddy. That's how they'll get my money.
Some kind of horror twist kind of thing going on with it, some unnatural Pinocchio shit. Like, using his nose, he's fucking Jiminy Cricket, and
see, I like
all
the way
that
this
kind
guy
of shit.
thinks. This is why I have you on the show, man. Shit.
perfect dildo.
Oh god. Speaking of fucking horror movies, dude, I got a chance to watch a couple of them. I'm just gonna do some quick I guess appraisals and fucking the demerits on a few. I don't know if you've seen. Have you seen Mandy?
I have not seen that.
Oh, I don't know if you're a big Nick Cage fan. I'm
a
little bit. Yeah, like I'm huge on the Cage, and it's it's not a horror movie. For some reason they advertise it as a horror movie, but it's a total fucking art film. Like visually it's stunning. There's a lot of like LSD use in the movie, so they try to add like a bunch of trippy effects to it all. You know, I mean, spoilers if I didn't, fucking say it already. This is some spoiler shit in the beginning. But it's totally like Nick Cage never read the script and they just told him to fucking go full on Cage, and it's like he's screaming at things, he's picking up glass chunks of windows and snorting coke off of them and fucking killing these weird bikers, and it's totally worth the fucking watch. I mean, my fiance fucking hated it, but she's not too into the Cage. So I gotta give her that.
That sounds like my kind of movie, because that's all like kind of vicarious living for me. So this sounds pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, well it's like his wife or girlfriend or whatever the fuck she is. She gets kidnapped by this like weird violent sex cult, and they just drug her with a bunch of acid and try to brainwash her and shit. And then Nick Cage is like, "Well, I gotta save her," and fucking goes all out ham with it and gets the job done. It's definitely worth the watch. It's definitely the kind of movie you're gonna want to fucking smoke a fat joint to and just sit down and enjoy it. Because if you get up to piss, you're not gonna know what the fuck is going on.
From one second to another, it's just like a whole switch up, huh?
No, it's a slow ride at first, but once it picks up, it fucking takes off in a big bad way.
Almost like a fucking rocket ship.
You're damn skippy, my friend.
Damn. Oh, where can I find this? Is it on Redbox or is it still in theaters?
Yeah, we found it on Redbox. I don't think it got a theatrical release.
I might have to check that out.
Well, no, Mandy wasn't Netflix. It wasn't. We rented that on DVD. You can talk, a normal volume. People want you on the microphone too,
Jump on with it.
I know. People are always like, "Who's that girl in the background? We can't figure out what she's saying." It's almost like she's not really there, and I don't have a fiance. I'm just, talking to nobody.
You got like an imaginary Mandy kind of going on or something?
Exactly. This guy gets it. And then we watched. We saw The Nun, which it's all right for what it is. I'm kind of tired of like the whole superhero Christian movies that are coming out with these Conjuring ones.
We got to watch that in the theaters, and I don't think it was like the best of the Conjurings. I think probably the first and second one are better, but I guess it's not actually the Conjuring, but it's in that same kind of universe, right. I guess. But it was okay. I appreciated the fact that I think they tried to like tame down like the jump scare kind of aspect of it maybe a little bit, but it was okay. I like how they I guess spoilers how they tied the ending back into the beginning of the first Conjuring. That's what I kind of liked about it, but it was okay. Like I said, I think the first, like the Conjuring and Conjuring 2 are better than.
If they didn't add that final scene where it tied everything together, it could have been a decent like standalone movie. It totally had the motifs of your standard like cheesy horror film with like the dialogue and everything. Like my favorite part of it was like when they actually grab that, like it looks like the holy hand grenade from Monty Python, but it's got the blood of Christ in it.
I didn't fucking think of that, dude.
Like that's immediately, as soon as I saw that, I was like, holy shit, they're about to throw something at a fucking rabbit. But it's like when they have it and they're like, oh, we have the blood of Christ, and then the French fry guy, Frenchy or whatever, he's like, holy shit, and then the priest looks at him and goes, the holiest, like fucking right then and there. I was like, okay, this is worth the watch.
Now that you're bringing that back up, yeah, that's ringing some bells. Yeah, the acting wasn't the best. I guess it's it was kind of piss poor on the acting. I just like I don't know. I guess I'm just a fan of that universe. But yeah, the acting could have been better, like you're saying. With the hand grenade thing was cheesy.
I love cheese like that. Like that one line right there. I was bumming the whole time. I wasn't into it. And then that priest said that one fucking thing, and like right away I had to write that shit down so I could talk about it on the show. I'm like, this is fucking, like, right there. It's worth the watch.
The holiest.
The holiest of shits. Which, I mean, I guess if it was Jesus' shit, it'd probably be the holiest of them, but
it would have to be.
I mean, it's either Jesus or Elvis with the holy shits.
Ooh.
I mean, because you like if I was there when he died on that toilet, the first thing I would have done was grab that fucking log out of there and tried to sell that shit.
You could be a million or billionaire by now, yeah.
I know.
If
It's just I've seen bags of Kanye West's air selling at auction for hundreds of dollars. So I mean, a fucking Tupperware of Elvis's his last bowel movement, I think it would sell.
Wait, Kanye is breathing into bags and selling that?
No,
shit?
like well, I mean, he might be. I don't know. That's an idea. But somebody had gone to a Kanye West show and like captured the air from that concert. Like pretty much just opened a bag and then shut it and decided to sell it as Kanye West air.
It just smells like piss and cigarette smoke, maybe a little bit of weed smoke, beer,
some menthol cigarettes and shit. Oh yeah, like people fucking buy anything that you put in front of them.
You want to go into business making candles by any chance?
It's kind of rare, but like, yeah, sure, let's do it. What are we talking here? I'm all for it.
I was talking about just making candles that smell like Kanye West's concert. Maybe there's a market for this. It just smells like piss and menthol cigarettes.
We call it pretentious.
Yeah. Oh my
god. Oh shit. Well, I mean, we can. That's pretty much it for movies and shit. I was gonna rant on Slender Man, but I really don't want to waste my fucking time and energy on it. It's a god awful piece of garbage, and if you haven't seen it, please save yourself the time and don't fucking watch it.
Okay, so I was gonna ask where I can find it, but
you can find it in the dumpster in my backyard. It's
that bad, huh?
I wasn't expecting greatness from it, but it was just a giant shitfest, and it's the darkest movie I've ever seen, and I say that in the sense like you can't see a fucking thing. I don't know what lighting they did or no lighting at all for it, but like we had to crank our TV all the way up on the brightness level, and you still couldn't see what was going on, and half the movie was shot in the fucking woods at night, so it's like you don't know what's happening.
Yeah, that you need some kind of contrast to even see what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, that shit
sounds like a waste of time.
Yeah, don't waste your dick. Life is too short and precious to fucking waste it on that. Learn from me, kids.
Are you afraid of ghosts? Well, turn the lights down and let's get strange. My name is Seamus, and I host the podcast, The Daily Ghost. Here at The Daily Ghost, we bring creepypasta stories to life. We read your stories, as well as stories that have already been pre-written. I'm also going to be telling you a lot about paranormal history throughout the world. Every city will be detailed, thorough, and creepy. Tune in on your favorite podcast app. Stay strange. And now back to your show.
If you want, we can get into the meat and potatoes of everything here, or I do have questions and some stuff from the Twitter listeners or followers as well. The Twitter listeners.
We can hit it with the meat and taters for a little bit, and then jump in those questions.
All right, awesome. As you and I both know, but nobody else, knows in the show, they're about to find out. You and I are somewhat self-proclaimed conspiracy theorists. Would you not agree?
I would agree 100%.
I thought we could have a little fun ping ponging some conspiracy theories, maybe some more known than others and some lesser, or hell, even like some like half fucking baked ideas that you and I have come up with, and see if we can see what we can get our thoughts on for them.
Fuck yeah, I'm down for that. We might figure out a conspiracy today, I feel like.
All right, let's do it. Well, I'm gonna start off with something that I constantly think about, because it's something that affects my everyday life as well as everybody else around here. And what really got me thinking about it for the show was I saw an ad for this. Facebook they have their own like Google Chrome Alexa device out now. The Facebook portal.
Yes, I've seen that.
You've seen it, right? So it's like, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, it's essentially like an Alexa where you talk to this thing and it interacts with your house and whatnot. And it has a camera on it as well, so you can do like FaceTime and messenger chats with loved ones and all this other shit. And it all sounds fucking great. But I feel like, do you feel like we have privacy anymore as a human race?
I don't at all. And that's like another example of like something that could spy on you, and we already got that with our phones, with the microphone on your cell phone, your laptops, everything has cameras on it. I got a funny little story real quick. I was getting on my Mac today to edit up the podcast. I don't think it was me. I think it was my wife, but there was a fucking Band-Aid over the camera on the Mac. I don't know who the fuck did it. I was like, open it up. I was like, why the fuck is there a Band-Aid on here? And I thought about it, and I pulled it off, and I was like, yep. I don't think it was me. I think it was my wife, which I find really weird, because she's not into that kind of stuff, but there's a fucking Band-Aid over the camera.
I used to be one of those people that was like worried about like, well, what if someone hacks into your shit and is watching you? And I'm like, in this day and age, like, we live in a world where my fiance and I could have a conversation about something, and we don't have any electronics on, and then all of a sudden you turn on your phone and you have an ad for that exact item that you're fucking talking about. So you know that you're being monitored 24/7 one way or another. Someone's listening in on shit. I wonder where it's gonna end. Like, is Facebook and Google gonna merge forces to come out with the Google toilet, where like you sit down and you shit, and then Google analyzes your fecal matter and is like, well, this guy likes a lot of beef. We should advertise stuff that's meat based from him.
That would be fucking crazy. I've had that same experience with like talking about something. I get on there and boom, it's like on your ads on Twitter or YouTube or any of that shit. Google, it's creepy as fuck. It's
everywhere. Like my Fire Stick has an Alexa on it, and we never even use the thing, but we'll be talking, and then all of a sudden the movie or show that we want to talk or that we want to watch just happens to pop up. Like, it's like, hey, we know you're looking for this.
Do you know much about the book 1984 by Orwell?
I haven't read it. I know briefly of it. I've never gone through it.
They have TVs like in there. I think it's George Orwell. I might be wrong.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I believe it is.
But like they have TVs in their house. Like, it's futuristic, but it's futuristic for him at the time. So I think he wrote the shit like in the 40s or the 30s. But like the TV in their house, like it like spies on him and everything. Like, he goes and does some shit, but he has to like move out of the way of the TV. And I feel like we're just gonna move to that one day where like all this shit's so merged together, it's all just gonna be spying on us, and we're not gonna have like a private thought left in our head. Like, anything you think of, the government or whoever wants to know will know.
Oh yeah, and we're just letting it happen just for the sole purpose. The sole purpose of comfort. It's nice and convenient to have this miniature computer in my hands right now, where I can talk to you and I can read stuff on it, and I can go on Twitter and I can look at all this shit. But you don't, and then you don't want to think about what it's doing when you're not on it, or when you're the stuff that you're not fucking paying attention to it on. We have refrigerators that are linked to your Wi-Fi for some fucking reason. Like there's no fucking point in it.
They can make like a grocery list for your ass.
Yeah,
It's
it does.
scary.
These really fancy refrigerators, like it's got a camera inside the doorway, and you can, there's a screen on the other end, so you can you lazy motherfuckers don't even have to open a door anymore to see what's in your fridge. You can push a button and it shows you this fucking screen, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, it looks like you're low on milk. How about we put that on the list? And then before you know it, it's ordering it off of Walmart for you, and then Walmart's going to deliver that shit out.
You won't even have to go to the curb to pick it up. Yeah, they'll just bring that shit to your house.
I'm telling you, it's not going to be long before the fucking toilet is just vacuuming out my shit ahead of time because it automatically knows that I'm ready to go.
It's scary, and you hit on it a second ago. Convenience is that's what we're all a sucker for, and I am as well. Like I don't have a refrigerator that does that, but like I got all this other shit.
Oh yeah,
and it's all just out of convenience. Which I don't have like an Alexa or anything like that. My wife doesn't want me to have that because I get drunk and I'm like, "Hey Alexa, what you doing, baby?"
You dirty talking your Alexa and shit.
Yeah, I do
you
it
are
too.
really
At
turning
her
me
cousin's
on,
house,
Aaron.
Yeah. My cousin has an Alexa, and I dirty talk to it. So once she saw that, she's like, "We're not ever getting that." So I was like, okay."
Like the only fun or good thing I see about the Alexas and the Google Chrome or Google Homes or whatever, like South Park hit the nail on the head with it. They did an episode where Cartman bought a bunch of Alexas and a bunch of Google Homes, and he was making them like Alexa say Google Home, say Alexa, like back and forth, and they were communicating with each other. And apparently, any time that Cartman would say Alexa say something or other, people's Alexas were going crazy and actually reacting to it. Like that's the only time I can see it being fun and worth it.
Yeah, I don't even use like Siri on my phone. Like I forget that I even have that feature at times.
Oh, it doesn't forget about you though, my friend.
Oh, I can imagine it doesn't. Like I'm a dumbass, and I'll be like, "Hey, what was the Steelers' score the other game?" And I'm over here, pulling up ESPN and shit, and I could just ask my phone, "Hey Siri, what was the score?" Yeah. Man, South Park is. I haven't watched it in a while because I don't feel like I've been connecting with it lately, but I need to check it out again if they're starting to get on some shit like that because that sounds like right up my alley.
I'm a couple seasons behind on it as well. Like I grew up watching the show and I fucking loved it, but like as time got on, like it seemed like they were catering to a different audience, and I just couldn't get into it anymore. I mean, I hear it's still hilarious, but I don't have the nerve to check it out.
Yeah, it's scary a little bit.
So, yes, I'm terrified of what it could be.
Well, I got another conspiracy to throw out. I don't think it's a really long-winded one, but
let's do it.
And I don't even know if it's true. But do you think Trump could be involved with Russia? Like he's like a Manchurian candidate. You think that's possible?
Oh, okay. See,
people are just being stupid.
See, I see. Okay, now you got a different angle on it. Because before, if you were going to be like the whole, collusion with the votes and shit, I would have said I'm not really in. Because I'm not too big on politics. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. As far as Donald Trump as a president goes, I could really give two shits because I really don't feel like the president has any real authority or power. I feel like he's more just like a poster boy for America. And again, this is coming from a man who has no fucking political knowledge whatsoever. But I mean,
you're not too far off. You're not too far off.
Yeah, but it's like it's the same thing with Obama and Romney. If fucking Romney won, it would have been called Romney Care, and no one would have fucking liked it, and everyone would have been like, "Well, I wish Obama won," and all. So I mean, but this whole Trump being a Manchurian candidate thing, I kind of want to live in a world where that's a reality now, just so I can be like, what the fuck?
It would make this whole bullshit more entertaining. That I like to watch the local news in the morning, and like it pops up like every other day. I am so fucking tired of hearing it, but it would be funny, like if that was a reality, like if somehow Russia paid him off to get in the White House or whatever, and then now they're just like sending like him like their agenda or something like that. It would be hilarious. I don't feel like it's a possibility, but I feel like that'd be a better twist on all this bullshit.
He ends up
so tired of hearing of.
He ends up being a fucking sleeper cell where he gets a phone call and Putin utters a fucking phrase, and all of a sudden he goes all zombie mode and just like tries to kill Mike Pence or some shit.
Oh, fucking Michael Pence. Oh, my God. That
guy. And he's gone through so many cabinet members. Those are literally the only two people I know off the top of my head that are still, like, working with him.
Good news. It's been a couple weeks ago. Trump fired Jeff Sessions. Did you catch that?
Well, I heard word of it, but I only heard word of it through SNL. Because they had a whole opening monologue where the Kate McKinnon is the Jeff Sessions character, and she was saying her goodbyes. So that's kind of where I figured that happened.
It was so funny. I think I caught it like 2 days after it happened, and they were, I don't remember what channel I was watching, but it was some kind of news shit. And they were like, to the stock market, the price of weed, or the stock market of weed has shot up. I was like, no fucking way. Because Jeff Sessions was like, when he first got in, he was like saying, no, if you smoke weed, you're the devil or some shit like this. And I'm like, that's a motherfucker that's holding like one of the highest cabinet positions in our government, and he thinks if you smoke weed, you're the devil. Like, why the fuck is this guy even around? Like, get the fuck rid of him.
Well, as far as politicians and shit goes, I'm kind of nervous either way, because I feel like most of the people that we got in office now are way too old to be making opinions about what's current in this day and age. But on the same breath, I really don't want a fucking millennial in charge of like what's going on with the world.
Because it's a hard line. Yeah, it's a hard line to figure out what's best, because you don't want somebody too old, and I also don't want my little brother running the country. But I feel like there should be, like we got an age limit on how old you have to be the president, but there should also be like an age limit, or president or whatever post that you take, but there should also be like an age on the other side where you can't be over 70 and hold a position, because you're out of fucking touch with most of the population.
Exactly. Like no one wants to give me the fucking codes to the nukes. Like you don't want to hand that kind of information over to me. It's just not gonna. And I'm not saying I'm gonna do anything with it, but it's just not smart.
No, you're right. I could have a bad day one day. I'm like, you know what? I'm fucking tired of looking at Saudi Arabia on the map. I'm going to go ahead and take care of that.
Like see, that's I wouldn't even pick I just pick a country that we weren't fighting. Oh, well, you know what, Canada? You're a smug motherfucker. And just bam.
I love Canada though.
But, I know. I got
you.
I feel terrible about bashing them just like 5 seconds ago. They're fucking great.
I love the shit out of those guys. Oh my god. But yeah, like I said, I don't know much about like that kind of the thought of like Trump being a Manchurian candidate, but it's a thought I just had, so I thought I'd just throw that out there real quick. What do you feel about? I'm gonna go 9/11.
That's funny because I was going 9/11 too.
Do you want to start with it first, or do you want me to?
Yeah, I mean, and it's funny because back in my because I used to be way more diehard into this shit than I am now. Nowadays, conspiracies they're more of a flight of fancy, but there was a time where I would really dive into these things, and like every budding conspiracy theorist, I dipped my toes into the 9/11 pool. And you go through all the arguments of jet fuel can't burn steel beams and all this other shit. And do I think it happened the way that we portray it to have happened? Not necessarily. Obviously, I do think we were hijacked, and I do think shit went down like that. But I feel like the government then saw it as an opportunity, more like a happy coincidence to them. Like that they were needing a false flag to initiate before they can go in the Middle East, and it just so happened that these guys came on in and got the job done for them. So that's that's kind of where I'm seeing it happening. I do feel like the government is capable of doing that level of harm to its own citizens. but I really don't want to think that they were gonna do something like that.
Yeah, I got you a little bit. I agree with a lot of that. Like I said, when I was younger too, like I was more on the extreme end of that. Like, yeah, it was straight, like drones or something like that being flown to the World Trade Centers. But as I've gotten older, I kind of look at it that it's more of a possibility that we almost did like a Pearl Harbor run or something. Like we knew the terrorists were interested in that target and using like that kind of attack style, and we just fucking let it happen. And I don't, like I said, I don't know about if jet fuel can burn through steel. I don't know. Like I said, maybe there was a little bit more orchestration going on with like planning of like bombs and shit like that on inside the towers. That I don't know, but I think it is a very, very likely that we knew they were interested in those targets, and we just let them do it like a Pearl Harbor, basically.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like I try to go into the into reading the material for these theories and shit. And the more you get into it, the more convoluted and confusing it becomes, to the point where you feel like you're talking to a flat earther, where it's just like their arguments make no sense. But God forbid you like point that out, and it's.
Yeah, you can go, and I think the best part of any conspiracy is, or I guess the best way to approach any conspiracy is to kind of cut it down the middle, look at like either it's fake or look at the most crazy fucking side of it. That it was like, say it was drones and there was bombs already planted in there, and some kind of crazy shit like that.
It was aliens.
But I think
aliens orchestrated 9/11.
They fucking went Independence Day on that bitch.
That's it. They
green beam on that bitch.
They orchestrated 9/11 so that we would enter into the forever war with the Middle East, which would ultimately wipe out humanity, so that the aliens can then come on in and reclaim the planet Earth, which used to be theirs.
I have never thought of it that way, but that
I don't think anybody has.
We just made a new conspiracy, or you just made a new conspiracy theory.
Minds are being blown everywhere.
I can hear them popping right now.
Oh man, we need a mop. It's about to get messy.
Dude, that would be... First of all, aliens have to be real, which I think that's a possibility. But that would be like... They talk about Trump playing like 4D chess. This would be like fucking 32D chess. That would be crazy if that's possible. It's like we're gonna get these white people to go over and attack the Arabs again. It's gonna be Crusades Part 2. They're gonna kill each other, and we're just gonna come in and get the resources.
Oh shit! Crusades Part 2. I love it. Starring Steven Seagal.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Oh, you gotta put him in.
Yeah,
there.
we gotta throw him a bone somehow. No one else is.
Definitely better put Sylvester Stallone in that hoe. Got to. If you're putting Steven Seagal.
Oh, it's gonna be like the fucking Expendables.
Oh yes.
Well,
that would be epic.
Well, speaking of aliens and space and whatnot, let's go to a nice big easy one: the moon.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Oh god, let's talk about this fucking thing.
Yeah. No, I love talking about the moon. I used to think, like I said, I'm going to split this down the middle again and then kind of give a couple ideas on each side. When I was younger, I'd say, hell no, we didn't go to the moon. But as I've gotten older, I think it's very much a possibility that we did send people to the moon, but that is not, the people we sent to the moon is not what we saw or the people saw on television back when that was, first happened. I think it's more likely that we sent like a secret space program there, and then we just recorded what was on TV, like on a sound stage. I find that to be the most believable.
See, I agree. I agree with that. That's what I've been saying. Like I believe that we've been to the moon at some point in time. Just like I believe we have that International Space Station, and we do have astronauts that go up and shit. But I don't believe that Buzz Aldrin did it. I don't believe that like Neil Armstrong or fucking one small step for man is a giant load of shit. Because I don't care how much you rehearse that fucking line, and I don't care how hard you think about like what am I gonna say? I'm the first person to step foot on the moon and shit. You know, I don't care how hard you think about it. You're the first person to do something that most people can't even comprehend what that experience is gonna be like. I guarantee you, the first words out of anyone's mouth were "Holy shit."
I don't even know if I could have put that together if I stepped on the moon. Like, I'd be like,
And you know, like how are you gonna tell me that we got fucking cameras that can record Neil Armstrong landing on the moon and doing his fucking thing, and yet when it fucking rains, I lose service connection on my fucking Netflix?
Exactly. I think either we have more technology than we're letting on, or it was complete bullshit.
Oh well, I mean,
I don't think there's any way.
The government holds on to technology for like they had Bluetooth technology for at least like almost 50 years before they released it out into the public. So
No shit.
Yeah, so I'm sure that they're holding on to things right now that we can't even comprehend about like what it is. Do you believe we had any help from extraterrestrials as far as the advancement of technology goes?
I think that is definitely a possibility because I think.
Do you believe in
aliens,
aliens? First of all,
I think there is aliens. I don't know if what we get is like flesh and blood aliens, or if they're more like kind of like a drone. Maybe like they're like kind of like robots aliens sent to us. But I think there is aliens. I'm just not sure what variety we're getting, but there's too much.
I'm not assuming it's the Guardians of the Galaxy coming down.
Right. But yeah, I think there has to be some kind of aliens, and I believe there's been some kind of contact. You look at all the stories and footage and shit. Say 99% of that's faked or whatever. So that leaves a 1% chance that at least some of the shit that we see on TV is real.
I'd like to think that.
Saucers and stuff like that. How do you feel about aliens?
Oh man, I mean, this universe is fucking huge. You would be like, you'd be naive to believe that we're the only thing that's in it. You know, and I kind of feel like a part of extraterrestrial, like whatever makes that. I feel like we're in some way, shape, or form connected to some species of extraterrestrial, I don't know how to explain that. It's like I guess it kind of delves into the Scientology fucking theories a bit, where and the more I think about what I was about to say, I'm like, oh my god, it's totally Scientology, where it's like we're the descendants of this like former alien race that happened to help, maybe not in like 100% everything, but like they help speed the evolution process along to get us to go from being where we were to what we are now. And I feel this the same thing can go for like technology, and I feel like we have had some help with things like as far as the pyramids and shit go. I do kind of see aliens being the way that at least help us get them built the way that they were, because there's no fucking way that I give the human race credit, but let's be real, there's no way that they could have pulled off that kind of shit.
Yeah, we have hell building like they try to recreate the pyramids and shit, and we use like this big ass machinery to do it.
I could barely build a fucking clubhouse for my son out of pallets. I mean, what makes you think that some fucking slave out in the middle of Egypt is going to be able to fucking haul a 20-ton brick up fucking 400 feet? I just don't see it happening.
I feel like it's I feel like there has to be some kind of influence on us, and I think you touched on something a second ago, which might take us down a different path.
Let's do it.
I want to hit on it real quick. Is it's almost like a religion kind of thing. Like people believe in a god, and that's cool and all, but I think it's more likely that God is like an alien almost. Does that make any kind of sense?
I fucking love the idea of it. That goes right back into Scientology with the evil Lord Xenu. The more we talk about it, I feel like L. Ron Hubbard was really onto something. Like maybe I should fucking give Tom Cruise another chance.
All Or did we just become Scientologists?
I do
don't
believe
know.
we did. Do you want to go do karate in the garage?
I'm gonna have to pass for now.
Oh shit.
But I feel like shit. We were even talking about the technology thing a second ago. I was trying to remember now.
Like how aliens had this influence on the progression of the technologies that we have seen over the past few decades.
Oh yeah, I feel like it has to be. And I almost had this question the other day. Last time we did the podcast together, I guess last week. Like, how do we come up with these crazy ass inventions? Like something like the fucking zipper. It's a simple thing that we take for granted like every day, but like, who the fuck comes up with these ideas? And you can look at it like from a zipper to my fucking iPhone. Like, how do we just come up with these ideas without any kind of influence or something like that from an extraterrestrial? Maybe.
Yeah,
I feel we gotta have help somewhere.
So do you think that? See, that's another interesting idea. Like, what if all these great inventors, like maybe the technology isn't what was passed down from the aliens. Maybe the aliens are the ones that are presenting it. Like, what if Steve Jobs was just a fucking alien in a skin suit?
Oh.
I mean,
Wow.
I do believe in the reptilian elite. I do think that there are people that walk among us that are not people. So it wouldn't surprise me if like Steve Jobs just like ripped off his skin suit and like this fucking like little 6-inch fucking creature from Men in Black just pops out.
Oh my god, I was about to ask you about reptilian people. We're too much on the same page, I think.
Okay.
I don't know a whole bunch about the reptilian people, but I know a little bit. Not a whole bunch, though.
Oh,
but,
well, I mean, I just know that they walk among us and that they are, you know, it's not the Illuminati and the Freemasons and all that bullshit. We get, the reptilian elite are the people who fucking are in charge of everything here.
Past, like, George Soros and all that kind of shit. They're like I guess the engineers, maybe? Like the influencers of culture? Something like that, maybe, for better or worse. And that could tie back into, like we were just talking about the Alexa and all that shit. Maybe the lizard people are, like, pushing that shit. Steve Jobs, that kind of shit, maybe.
Oh, yeah. I could see that. It's funny, like, I swear to God, like, I'm not even bullshitting people. Like, when I say, like, I do feel like there are those who walk among us who aren't real. I feel like I don't know, like, if you ever watched an episode of Dateline, there's an anchor on there named Dennis Murphy, and I swear to fucking God, this man is not a human being. And like he looks like that one creature in Men in Black who wears the skin suit, and it's that one scene where they're like, your skin is kind of hanging loose, and he's like his face is all fucking twerked and shit.
Oh, I need to go check this guy out.
Oh,
that sounds fucking. It's possible. Like I said, this all goes back to, you know, have we been visited? I think yes, and it depends on like who's come here, and it's totally possible that they've embedded these people, and this is like where we're getting all this shit from for some way to advance their agenda. Maybe it's totally possible.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is a devious fucking world after all.
Oh yeah, I believe in, or I can like, you know, think about any kind of scenario that can happen. That's why I love conspiracies. Is I'm interested in any different kind of perspective on any idea.
Oh fuck
yeah! At all.
What's
hey,
up?
I'm gonna turn on my light real quick. You might have to cut this part out, but I'm gonna turn on my light real quick.
No. This is all staying. The people need to know that you need to turn on a light and shit.
Alright, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna flip on the switch.
Go for it.
And get that alien power juicing
there you go.
Through the light over here.
This guy gets it.
Paycheck. Johnny Paycheck. Johnny Strickland, a.k.a. John Boy, a.k.a. Jables, a.k.a. Head MFer in charge. You love this man, and you didn't even know it yet. But don't worry, because he's going to wiggle his way into your heart. Because there is not a soul on this planet more genuine, more sincere, or more hilarious. And this man lives for his friends and his family. Red, Wayne Mincy, Down home country boy? Thinks he looks tough in a mean pair of sunglasses? Nah, he looks a little crazy, but he's alright. He might do what he can to keep his head in the clouds 90% of the time, but he's got his feet firmly on the ground. And he is a dedicated father, a loyal husband, and a hell of a friend. But speaking of friends, let's talk about Paycheck and Red. Because these boys don't just talk the talk. They are best friends. They see eye to eye, they communicate. They understand each other, and they understand the world we live in. They're weird enough to superimpose pictures of their faces onto pictures of other people. Let that sink in. Johnny Paycheck. Wayne Red Mincy. This is Conversations with Paycheck and Red, a weekly podcast with two good old boys talking about anything and everything that crosses their mind. You may not know what you're going to get with an episode of Paycheck and Red, but you sure know you don't want to miss it. So do what you got to do. Download the app, find the episodes online, and make sure that you don't miss 1 second of Conversations with Paycheck and Red.
Do you think Benjamin Franklin could have been an alien? Because electricity. Well, he wasn't. I guess he invented electricity. He just kind of figured out a little bit more about it. But
No, I would like to think that Benjamin Franklin was a human being. I do believe that Nikola Tesla wasn't human though.
there's a lot of weird shit around Tesla. I mean, he had these crazy ideas of like sending electricity through the air without like power lines and shit like that. That is such a weird fucking idea for that long ago. Like, where did you fucking get that from? The Tesla coil? I mean, he's had like these fucking off the wall ideas. Like, and a lot of that work is like just disappeared since he died. You know, it's been fucking long time ago since he died, but like all of his work and shit like that is just poof.
Oh yeah, well, and people don't really give him credit because of that cocksucker Edison who just up and stole most of his shit.
And fucking charging us, 10 times as more for that shit. Like Tesla had like no power lines. Could you imagine a world with like no power lines? Like electricity would be 100% cheaper.
Oh, okay. So you still have power, just no power lines. All right.
Yeah, correct. Like, he had to. I don't know if he ever drew up like a patent or anything for it like that, but like he had the idea of like sending electricity just through the air. Like, I just flip my switch and there's no power line coming to my house to bring electricity for me to turn on the light. Crazy ideas.
Oh yeah.
Especially thinking about it was fucking 60, 70 years ago, however long ago.
Well, I mean, I'd love to keep going with with these conspiracy theories and shit. And we should definitely come back to it on another time here. But
for sure.
I do have I had a lot of fun answering these questions and shit with
that was fun.
Yeah,
was
so
fun
I reached back out to Twitter, and I'd like to make it a reoccurring segment where you find people ask me and whoever I've got on any sort of fucked up random questions that you could possibly think of, and I thought we could go through them and go on ahead and answer them. I noticed you put a couple of them up on here as well.
Yeah. You can hit those later on. We don't have to hit all those today. I just have random thoughts at times and just like to get them out there.
I love it. Well, let's start off with I want to say it's an easy one, but it's been kind of a thinker. Kate over with the Ignorance Was Bliss podcast wants to know, what is the best cereal box or Cracker Jack prize that you've ever gotten?
Shit, it's been so long since I've had cereal that was like that. I feel like I've gotten like a kind of like a book with 3D glasses before when I was younger. Like I said, it's been a while since I bought cereal that had prizes in it, but I feel like that was pretty badass.
I didn't even think that they still did that. Like because I'm an avid cereal eater, and I don't ever see them being like surprise toy inside.
I'm an old ass man. I feel like I eat like Honey Bunches of Oats and Frosted Wheaties and shit like that.
Oh yeah, man, shit, you are old. Holy shit. I mean, I love the Honey Bunches of Oats, but you lost me at the Wheaties.
You gotta get the frosted ones. That's the key. But
Yeah,
I want
fair
to say, when
enough.
I was a kid, I got like a book with 3D glasses before. I feel like that's probably the coolest thing I ever got.
Yeah, I had to really think about this because I mean, like Cracker Jack prizes are a fucking joke. Like it's like a sticker or something. So
yeah.
like, I really
Like a
don't think much
fake
about that.
tattoo.
But I guess if I really went way back and actually thought about it, I said they used to do it's like Star Wars lightsaber like spoons that when you would dip them into the cereal, the milk would change the color of the lightsaber, so it kind of looked like it was lighting up and shit.
Yeah, I now that you say that, I do remember that. That was badass.
Yeah, I think it was for like episode 1 or whatever when that shit came out. But I guess if I'm gonna really think about it, that's really the only cereal prize I can actually remember, to be honest with you.
That's pretty. Yeah, that's a good one. I remember like when I was young and like would go to like Taco Bell and shit, get like cool stuff out of there, like the little Nikito Taco Bell dog, and I mean, there's also another Star Wars thing. There was like this black cube, and on one side it was like Yoda, and the other side it was like Darth Vader. That was pretty badass. But it wasn't out of a cereal box or anything. But there's used to be some cool toys out there. I don't know if you can still get that nowadays though. Like you were saying.
I don't think the kids will get to have that experience of like opening the box up and then emptying the whole thing out just to get that one shitty little prize in the side, and then to try to like stuff the cereal back in without anyone noticing.
I'd get a little frustrated the first time if I caught my daughter doing that, but I'd get over. I would sympathize with her. Be like, just get me and we'll dump it out together.
Yeah, there you go. Well, this next one comes to us from the Amish Baby Machine Pop Culture podcast, which is a fucking mouthful, but that's an awesome name
cool
right
name.
there. Hell yeah, at Amish B Machine, and they want to know who would win in a fight between North and South Carolina.
Ooh, it's kind of personal for you here. Fuck, I got no real idea.
I asked about this because I live in North Carolina, but I'm not from here. I'm from Connecticut.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I've only been down here for a couple of years now. But I mean, the question intrigued me, so I want I asked for some ground rules, and weapons are allowed. Let's say there's no hair pulling and no kicking of the groin. You know what I mean? But in a fight with those stakes, I want to give it up to my people in the North Carolinas. And it might just solely be out of bias because I am living here and I'm not living down there.
Anytime we got a North versus South scenario, even me being from Texas, I'm gonna have to just go ahead and say the North because it worked last time. So.
Yeah, they seem to have it down pat with winning these kind of fights. So
yeah, even with it being just the same area right there, just a line between two states. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just give it to North Carolina on that. And they're the Tar Heels, baby.
Oh yeah,
you got
true.
Duke in North Carolina, correct? Also, you got Duke up there. So
yep,
that's what's up. And you got the tobacco and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna have to go North Carolina on that.
All right then. It sounds like the North's winning it. Sorry, all you Southerners. This is our turn.
Sorry. I think my brother's wife, she might be. She's from the Carolinas. I can't remember if it's North or South. I can't remember.
Well, for her sake, it might. Yeah, hopefully, it's the North. Otherwise, there's gonna be a smackdown.
She'll slap me, but we're getting along really good. So it'll be all right. She won't hit me too hard.
It's for the greater good.
It's for the greater good.
Well, I got a good one here that you actually brought to my attention, and I actually wanted to ask it to you too because I did actually answer you on Twitter about it. But the question that you asked was, would you hit a kid on Black Friday over a low price item?
I would say in a perfect world, I would. But
that's your perfect world where you get to hit a kid.
I'd probably say they have to be at least like 15 or 16.
Okay, so there is an age range. All right.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to add that into the mix.
Oh no, you add whatever scenarios you want.
I'd say 15, 16 range. If I wouldn't go to jail, yeah, just for shits and giggles.
Well, I mean, it made me wonder, like, what would be the item? Because I'm not a violent person when it comes to shopping anyway. So what's the item that would make me want to hit another human being to get, let alone a child? Because I mean, when you proposed the question to me, my mind immediately went to a 6 to 10-year-old child. And like I'm not gonna lie to you, there are times where I'm like, man, you just shut up. Like I want to punt a motherfucker, but but I don't know if I'd go so far as to like render a child unconscious just so I could get my copy of Mario Party or something.
I can give you a story real quick. It's been almost 10 years ago. We were at the Eastland Walmart, which is about 30 miles from where I live. Not important, but it was Black Friday. That's kind of where I got the idea from. There was a lady trying to get a bunch of these like sheets. I don't remember how much they were, the price or anything like that, but she punched like a younger teenage person over sheets, and then the sheriffs came in, and I'm pretty sure she went to jail at least for the night and got a fat ass ticket. So that's kind of where I got the idea for the question from. But I wouldn't punch anybody over sheets.
I mean,
maybe Mario Party though. Hey,
oh, well, I played Mario Party. It's fun. It might be worth hitting a kid in the face. It might be. That shit is entertaining.
I wouldn't punch anybody over sheets. That's for sure. A cheap video game. Maybe.
Oh, I mean, people go crazy over those deals. When the PS3 came out, I was in high school, and one of the kids that I actually went to school with got arrested because he went to a Walmart and shot a guy in the face in the parking lot for his PlayStation 3.
Whoa.
Yeah, which is like it's fucking like, because I mean, first off, if you waited a couple months, the price would have gone down a little bit. Mm-hmm. That was just a fucking like when I heard about that shit in school, like, damn, that's a fucking overreaction to wanting something.
That's maybe it'd slap somebody, but I wouldn't ever shoot anybody over anything that I could just
see. If I was in a parking lot and you ran up to me and like give me your shit and then slap me in the face, I would kind of give it to you. Like, I mean, like, damn, that takes some balls. Like, you might as well pull out one of those fucking dueler's gloves and be like, I challenge you, sir.
Just slap this shit out.
Like pistols at dawn.
Oh my god! But yeah, I definitely wouldn't go as far to shoot somebody though over it. A duel would be fair though. I feel like that'd be kind of fair.
Yeah. I mean, that's a little more of a level playing field, and I kind of feel like duels should be brought back into style. That's some classy shit right there.
That's especially with the glove slap.
That
sets the mood.
It's a temper tantrum at the highest like level of sophistication. Because you gotta be like really feuding with someone to like go into a duel with to the death over something, and it's just because you're upset over them like looking at your girl or some shit.
You took my lady's honor by staring at her ass through a mile worth of dress.
That's it. Have at thee, sir.
They weren't showing ankle back then either, so.
No. Oh God, no. It gets me hard just thinking about them like fucking pulling up that little like thousand like skirts and corsets just so you can get that little look at that ankle. Like, ooh, girl.
Ooh, you better put that away.
Oh shit.
That's good stuff.
Oh damn. Well, that seems to be all I've got in the way of questions. I mean, you guys are awesome with them. Keep them coming. Ask me anything. Like I don't give a fuck if it's what I ate for breakfast or like what would you do if. I'm all about hypothetical questions, so lay them on me.
That's a good way to get to know us too. If you throw down these crazy ideas, and we might say something crazy, but hey, it's all a lot of fun. And
Oh
Shits
yeah,
and giggles.
absolutely. Oh God, what the hell else was I? Son of a bitch. Oh well, I do have something here I wanted to bring up. Before I suppose we can wrap it up and shit. I came across this article. Well, actually, my fiance found it for me and sent it my way, thinking it's right up the alley for the show. And I wanted to run it by you, solely off of the title of the article itself. And I'm not going to read the whole thing for you because it's a super lengthy article. But the name of the show is "Dad Masturbates His Profoundly Disabled Son and Explains Why."
Holy fuck.
Yeah, and it goes into like this real like in-depth story of this man who's apparently like this kid is seriously disabled, and he reaches that point of sexual maturity, where he starts getting hard-ons and can't understand what's going on and shit, and starts getting he has all that puberty energy to him, so he's getting restless and he's freaking out and you don't know what to do. So the dad, thinking that it's a good way to calm him down, decides to jerk him off.
Oh my god.
Now he's calling it therapeutic masturbation. And what I want to know is, first of all, is that a thing? And secondly, why wouldn't you get someone else to do it?
I would
I'm like, not for nothing, if that's my kid, I'm all for him getting jerked off and like getting his rocks off and shit, but I'm not going to be the one to do it. As his father, I will find him a hooker that will do that for him, but I am not going to do that.
That's what Craigslist is for.
No, not anymore. Craigslist got rid of that shit.
They got rid of that whole weird categories.
Yeah, I know. And now there's really no point to go on Craigslist.
No, not at all. I didn't know they got rid of that. This is news to me.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. I guess they were getting tired of people meeting up on those casual encounters pages and then getting murdered.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, I could see how you could set somebody up like that.
Yeah.
But we can go the old-fashioned way, and you could have gone. I don't know where you find hookers at, but you could have go found like a hooker and like bring her back and just like, hey, my son's paralyzed or whatever, just needs to rub one out, help the guy out.
Yeah,
here's $40.
Like,
it's good to go.
Now, would you say that that's a viable means of therapeutic treatment?
I don't.
Because it seems like it's just a fancy way of saying you want to jerk your kid off. Like I feel like there's a very daddy definitely has a dark side on this one.
Oh yeah, I think there's some motivation for the dad on here. I would say that maybe beating off could be therapeutic if you're the one beating yourself off or masturbating yourself if you're a female or whatever. But you masturbating your kid, that seems like that's a self-motivated kind of fantasy shit right there. I think you should go to jail for that shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's fucking It's horrific.
Yeah, there's ways to go about this that are maybe not legal either, but a hell of a lot more moral friendly, I guess, or something like that is what I'm looking for.
Like I would have been okay with him calling it therapeutic masturbation if he got someone else to do it who was like a hooker or a medical professional. But when you're like, oh yeah, I jerk off my kid every time just so he calms down, that's when I'm like, you like it.
Yeah, that's twisted and dark, and I hope that guy goes to prison for a long ass time.
Oh yeah, you weren't expecting that shit.
I was not expecting that. I almost surprised as much by that story as that Craigslist got rid of that weird fucking hookup section, because oh my god.
I know, because now what's the point of Craigslist if you're not to find like transsexual hookers and shit?
I used to love going on there and reading. I can't remember what the category was, but I just like to go through and read it. Something about, maybe it was casual encounters. Maybe that's what it was. But it'd be like, I saw this woman in a red dress with
misconnections.
Oh yes. I fucking used to love rolling through that shit and reading it when I was younger.
We were in the food court. You were wearing a red sweater. My dick got a little hard. I wanted to say hi. If you felt the same way, please find me. Like what are the chances? Like, who do you think really like? How many people do you honestly think went on that misconnections section and actually found the person they were looking for?
I'd say out of like a million, none.
Yeah, exactly. Like no one's thinking that shit. That is like the most depressing section of the internet possible.
Oh, and I loved it too, and it's gone for me. I haven't checked it out in a long time, but I can't now. That's
Well, I don't know. I don't know if the misconnections part is gone. I just know that the whole casual encounters section is missing.
well, I know what I'm doing when we get in this thing up. I'm gonna hop on Craigslist.
Take a trip
been a
down
long
memory
time.
lane right there.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure, man. That is the weirdest shit you can do on the internet. It's frightening to a degree.
Oh yes. Well, let's. I'm all over the damn place here. I got a bit of a contest that I wanted to announce. And since you're here, I'll announce it with you on. But first, I'm going to ask: do you happen to have any tattoos?
I have one tattoo.
Okay. Yeah. See, we've been furiously watching Ink Master. And since the Fire Stick gives me like all the previous seasons of shit, I've been watching all the old stuff, and so I've got fucking tattoo fever on the brain, and I got ideas for shit, but there's one particular tattoo that I want to actually put out there to the listeners of this show. I am looking for a purposefully bad tattoo. Now, it's going to be a totally joke thing. But I want a bad tattoo, and I'm talking like misspelling of words, like just like weird imagery. Like if you draw me a T-Rex with giant tits and his T-Rex arms are pinching the nipples, that's the kind of tattoo I'm looking for. Like I want no regrets or something along those lines of just god awful tattoo, and I will get it done. If you people out there can illustrate or write out or like just design my bad tattoo, I'm gonna give this. It's coming up on December now. I am gonna give it till the end of February, and come the end of February, I will pick out one design and I will actually get it tattooed onto my skin.
You're a brave soul, sir.
Well, I've been wanting a bad tattoo for years, and I've been racking my brain with trying to figure out a way to get it done, and I really can't think of anything to do it with. So I thought I should set it out to like everyone in the world and see what they can come up with. 'Cause I'm sure there's some creative people out there who, or like you don't even have to be artistically talented. You could have your kid draw something up, and if it's the winner, I'll get it done.
Do you have any tattoos currently?
Yeah, I have 2.5.
Okay.
See, I've got a Hunter S. Thompson tattoo on my chest, and
All right, that's badass.
and then I got a Grateful Dead tattoo on my shoulder, and that tattoo actually covers up a brand that I got in high school.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah.
How did that feel, getting tattooed over a brand?
Oh well, it actually wasn't that bad. I mean, I got the brand twice because because I'm fucking stupid first off, and I had the idea for a brand tattoo combination where the tattoo would be incorporated around the scarring of the brand and it would just look fucking awesome, but it didn't scar the way I wanted it to, so I ended up having this gigantic perfect circle on my fucking shoulder that I needed something to be done with. So we got this, and I wasn't sure how the tattoo was going to be when it came out, but it really isn't that bad as far as like a shitty tattoo goes.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't done in a shop. I knew someone that had a gun and got it done. But I mean, it really didn't feel that bad getting scarred over. I thought it would hurt a lot more than it did. But I mean, I got that one, and then I got a partial one that I'm in the middle of getting done, but I'm also on the fence of having it finished, because I might just want to cover it up and do something else.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but
I always liked the idea of tattoos. The one I have is on my right calf, and it's for a friend of mine that passed away a couple years ago. And like I always wanted to get a tattoo, but I never knew exactly what to get. Like I'm on the exact like your contest thing. I'm like on the other side. It's like I want tattoos, but I don't know what to get or anything like that. But so that's what I got. Is my tattoo. It's pretty good size tattoo. It's pretty simple. It's just kind of like a like like the old Batman would be like pow and boom, that kind of thing, and it has BMF in there for bad motherfucker in there. My friend had the same tattoo.
Oh, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It hurt a little bit. I don't know if it was just the person that did it, but like my calf swelled up real big for like a couple hours and didn't like hurt while they were doing it.
Yeah,
or anything.
That's fairly normal to get a little bit of like swelling and irritation and stuff.
Yeah. I love the feeling. I mean, the feeling of it, like when they're doing it, was great, and I wanted to get more, but I don't know what the fuck to get. Like
those shits aren't cheap either.
No, not at all. Actually, this one was cheap because we got kind of like a deal from the shop. Like a couple of my friends went, and we all got the same thing, just on different parts for our body. So she did it for cheap, but it's fucking irritating because like she'd be tattooing, and like somebody would come in and want their titties pierced. She'd stop tattooing and go pierce somebody's titties, come back and start on my tattoo, and I'm like,
so you get that little bit of pain, and then she walks away, and you get the relief, and then it just comes right fucking back in spades.
Yeah, it was the weirdest situation, and I would have rather gone and paid double of a regular tattoo just for somebody to just sit there and focus on that, because she messed up on some shit I'm not happy about, but...
well, I mean, at least they're not permanent.
Not super permanent. I've thought about getting it touched up a little bit, but I was trying to think of a crazy idea, but a T-Rex pinching their nipples, that sounds pretty interesting. I was thinking a dolphin or something, but that's
just an example. Like no regrets or any sort of bad spelling, or like the sky is the limit, people. Like I do have some rules though, just out of like just for my own sake. I don't want any racial or hate-filled tattoos. So like anything with swastikas or anything with any sort of racial, like I love racial humor, but I don't want it on my skin. And so if there's anything along those lines, I'm out. It's not even going to be considered. Be
an adult about it.
Yeah, exactly. Be an adult. Like I'm all for dark humor and stuff, but there is limits. Like I'm not going to get a fucking Sandusky tattoo or anything along those lines. But I mean, other than that, it's really fucking dealer's choice here. I'm really like leaving it up to the listeners. You don't have to have artistic talent. You don't just have an idea and like just give me a cheap run through of it. And if you could submit your entries to sackemup.sundays@gmail.com. That's SACEMUP.sundays@gmail.com, and I will go through each and every one of them, and by the end of February I'll have a winner picked out, and we'll get it done.
That sounds awesome. I can't keep me posted on this for sure, because I'm interested.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, if it's something that can get done quick enough, I mean, maybe we can even do it on an episode of the show where like we have the artist come down, or I bring a microphone to the shop and we just get this shit recorded.
That sounds badass. I had a friend, real quick, speaking of the no regrets, the misspelled stuff, I had a friend, his name's Michael. He got his last name tattooed across his back, and he's the one that spelled out his last name. I guess he was drunk or something. Gave the words to the tattoo guy, and he's like Old English, what he wanted the letters in, and next day, yeah, his shit was spelled wrong. So,
oh, shit.
all you kids out there, do not get a tattoo while you're drunk. So,
or at least
do it sober.
We live in 2018. Spell check is a beautiful thing. That's all I'm saying.
Know how to spell your last name, also.
yeah, that's true. I kind of gotta give him some shit on that one.
Oh yeah. Oh, we still do. It's still on there.
It hasn't gone anywhere.
Oh no. He's a good friend, but I fuck with him about it all the time, just to be a good friend.
Oh yeah, of course. It's all in good fun. But yeah, man, I'm gonna say that about wraps it up for today. thanks for coming back on air. I mean, if you guys, please check out the Raw Opinion podcast. Be sure to follow them at, I believe you are now Raw Opinion Pod.
That is correct, sir.
I know we both changed our Twitter handles on this, so I'm trying to remember everything.
I wasn't real happy with our other one.
Oh,
it just sounded weird.
Same here. Like it kept reminding me of sack, and it was like a very homoerotic Twitter handle.
Maybe that. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
Might make it pop a little bit, but yeah. Sometimes it's better just to change it.
Yeah, so I mean, go and check them out. I believe you guys just dropped episode 9 today, actually.
Yes, sir. Episode 9 is out. It is called "Would You Fuck a Donut?" Bro.
Oh, that's a great question. Would you? I mean, I do have to tune in to find out, but
we get into the different kinds of donuts that we would fuck. So yeah, there's a little bit to it. It's a little bit later on in the episode, but yeah, it's definitely there.
If you had to fuck a donut, what would you? Mm-hmm. Oh damn! Now you really got me thinking, because I'm like, first of all, is it a freshly made donut, or is this like a day old stale? Like, cause I don't want to be straight from the donut shop. Okay, so I walk in and I'm like, time to make the donuts, and I unzip my pants. All right.
You just look around and see which one your dick would look better at. Would feel the best.
See, my girl's thinking about the Boston cream pie, which is like it's easily my go-to as well, but I don't know. I mean, you don't want to just fuck a regular donut, because there's nothing there. It's just like putting on a cock ring. I mean, it's.
I can tell you, we were leaning towards Long John's. I don't know if they're called different places, but it's basically just a cylindrical kind of donut, just a long donut.
Oh, like an eclair.
With filling in it. Yeah, an eclair. Yeah. That's another word for it. Yeah. That's what we came to the conclusion of. But,
that's genius. I could get behind that.
Yeah, we discussed a couple different kinds of donuts and the pros and cons of fucking them also, but we came to the conclusion a Long John or an eclair would be the best.
See, I totally screwed myself now saying Boston cream with the because now it's he can't fuck an eclair. He's got a tiny dick. He's got to go for the Boston cream.
Oh my god.
Boston cream donuts need love too.
That's right. Everybody needs some love. Baby.
That's right.
Even the donut holes.
oh man, well, you know where those donut holes are going. we just get a piece of string running through them, and boom, beads.
Oh, beads, baby. Better have a loose butthole.
So if you're looking for more titillating conversation like that, check out the Raw Opinion podcast over at the Drama City Productions Network.com.
Appreciate it a bunch.
Oh shit.
Appreciate it a bunch.
Oh yeah, of course. But that's gonna wrap it up for this week. I'm Brandon Fisher, and that's Aaron Cole, and we are out.